Welcome to a virtual tour of West Bloomfield's new middle school, hosted by the West Bloomfield Education Foundation. The foundation's mission is to generate and distribute financial and other resources to and for the West Bloomfield School District for enrichment programs and other projects aimed at enhancing the quality of learning and educational opportunities for students and teachers in the school district. Put on your hard hats so we can take you on a wonderful trip in and around this exciting center of learning. Let's head inside to meet the two train conductors who will introduce your hosts for tonight.
I'm Jerry Hill, and this is Board President Stacy Berkman. As superintendent of the school and as board president, we are thrilled to welcome you to the new West Bloomfield Middle School. It is a state-of-the-art facility, and it's going to be fantastic for teachers and learners.
First of all, it's so important that we thank our community, because our community has been supporting our school district for so many years, and they showed up in droves to pass this bond in 2017 for this state-of-the-art middle school that is reimagining what schools can be for students in the 21st century.
Stacy, I love that word reimagining, because this is the culmination of the dreams of many people.
I believe that everybody's going to walk away from this building and see the impact that they made when we created this building and designed this building.
Yes, and for you on this tour, you're going to see a facility that's conducive to collaborative learning. You're going to see flexible learning spaces where teachers and students can reimagine what they're doing in a different way, and the facility itself will contribute to that. I can't wait for you to see the lovely eye center that we have, the multi-purpose auditoria that's going on, but most especially the collaborative spaces within the classrooms.
And I am thrilled that the community is finally getting to experience it. And I absolutely know that this is going to be a beacon of hope and a jewel in our community. So we hope that you enjoy the tour this evening.
At this time, we'd like to turn the show over to Mike Stone and Jeff Sakwa, your hosts for the evening.
Thank you, Jerry and Stacy. I'm Jeff Sakwa, and this is not Chris Rock, but Mike Stone.
Don't slap me.
Okay. We are happy to be here this evening to support the West Bloomfield Education Foundation to show you around the brand new West Bloomfield Middle School. We've been driving by for 2 years. And it's well worth the wait.
And your kids went to Abbott. My kids went to Ulms, so we've morphed your MCs. The WBEF was established in 2002 to support school and teachers with innovative programming and projects. Tonight, you'll see the staff and students in our school district displaying and using just a few of these programs and projects that were funded by the WBEF's Teacher Grant Program.
The funds for these programs come from generous donations from tonight's sponsors and from our viewers and community members. Please look at the bottom of your screen for how you can donate tonight, and please do. This segment is sponsored and point on your heads, Auk Construction. Thanks for your support, Auk.
Gotta love a guy who reads the theater, who reads the directions on the page. Now all aboard as we travel to Doherty Elementary.
Thanks to Auk, this segment's special locomotive sponsor.
I'm Shelley Valentine. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Doherty Elementary, and I wrote a grant to get 7 Osmo tablets in our classroom. So it's an attachment that goes on top of our tablets, and the kids use them to explore and to learn literacy and math, and they use them for writing, and they also use them just for free expression. And I got this idea from watching my nieces play with their Osmos. I have a 7-year-old niece and a 5-year-old niece, and watching the joy and excitement on their faces when they would use the Osmo was electrifying, and it made me really excited. My 5-year-old niece actually took it out and she said, "Aunt Shelley, look at this," and she started screaming. She was so excited. So I was very eager to get this into our classroom, and we had a very similar reaction with the kiddos in there, and it was absolutely wonderful. That's what I want to see as a teacher. I want my kids to be very excited, eager, and anxious to learn new material, and also to explore on their own. And Osmo's really helped us to do that.
My name is Ryan Crow, Kindergarten Plus teacher here at Doherty Elementary with my buddy Rowan Helton. And the children are playing. We put a lot of time into social emotional growth here. Give the kids a lot of opportunities to play, practice getting along, conflict resolution, things like that. And so that's what the kids are doing right now, playing. Yeah, the kids are playing with different toys. You can see some kids playing here. You can see some kids playing with ponies over here. These are our friends over here. Friend over here playing with Mr. Potato Head. Kids building. Kids in the kitchen back there making some food. Different things like that. There's a mat on the floor over there that she's coloring. It's water activated, so it's kind of mess-free, really, for the exception of water, and she's coloring on it. As you know, resources can be scarce at times, and it's really nice to be able to get resources for our classroom and not come out of teachers' pockets or staff members' pockets. And the kids really love their things, their resources. So.
Hello again. This whistle stop is sponsored by French Associates Architects. Thanks for your support, French Associates.
We will travel now to the state-of-the-art Eye Center at the new middle school. Visit Margaret Squire's high school art class and hear from past grant recipients Melody Leffler and Christina Metzenthin, otherwise known as Ms. M. All aboard!
And don't forget to donate to the WBEF.
Our locomotive sponsor for this next segment is French Associates Architects.
So Amy, where are we right now?
I'm so glad you asked that question, Lisa, because we are in the most amazing space of our new middle school. Behind me, you can see, is our new Eye Center.
Like for those of us who maybe are old, grew up a long time ago in elementary, middle school, well, I didn't have an Eye Center. What's an Eye Center?
An Eye Center is the new term for your library. If you look up at the ceiling, it's our beautiful wave. That is kind of the hallmark of our middle school. We are the Lakers, and so we wanted to make a statement with our wave in the roof area. You can see that behind me also is our learning stairs, where students will be able to sit and read or collaborate, work with each other. They'll be able to look over the entire Eye Center, look into our beautiful courtyards. They'll be able to come here in the morning during lunches. They'll be able to come here and use our amazing flexible furniture. They'll be able to use our technology, our maker space. This is kind of like the hub of our building where everything is going to happen and students are going to congregate, and we're just excited about this space in general.
Welcome to the Jewelry Classroom. My name is Margaret Squires. I teach jewelry here at West Bloomfield High School. I have been teaching jewelry for several years here at the high school and at another school. I want to thank the WBEF for their support of our programming. Without their support, it would be very difficult to continue to serve the amount of students that we have and the level of content that we're able to cover with the tools that support our program, so thank you. I've enjoyed jewelry for a very long time. Harkens back to my high school, where I learned how to solder jewelry together and was very interested, and then took it into my own business. In jewelry class, we make our own designs. We use metal and tools to cut and texture and solder and form our own jewelry, and students walk out of the classroom with a product they've made that they can be proud of. We purchased hammers, metal blocks, mandrels, wire bending, specialty pliers, all for forging and forming wire and sheet metal.
So I think that the grant is super helpful in this class because it gives us access to new materials and new metals and expands our capacity to work on projects. We get to work on a lot more projects. We get to make these projects go a lot faster. And so the grant is super helpful in helping the jewelry class achieve its goals of teaching, those design concepts, those handwork concepts.
I'm building a time racer.
We're so thankful for everything that we've received through our grants. I myself have received a really awesome light panel for my classroom with really cool manipulatives. My kids are actually playing on it right now. They love it, playing and exploring with light effects. We've gotten new books for our classroom library. So many things. Guided reading materials for myself to use as I'm meeting with my groups. And what have you gotten?
2 years ago, our kindergarten team all applied for tablets, so our entire team got like 8 tablets, so our kids to this day still use them. And then last year I applied for a STEAM grant, so every morning my kids come into their morning tubs and they're able to play with and build and explore using their imagination and with STEAM objects and manipulatives. And then this year I was able to get book bags and a dramatic play station for my classroom, so my kids use their imagination, really are able to express themselves and show their creativity, and it's super fun for them. And we use all of our grant items every day. Every single day. We can't thank you enough.
Great to see how the West Bloomfield teachers use the WBEF grant monies to enhance what they are doing in the classroom. The WBEF has raised over $1 million from parents like you since 2002, all of which has gone back to the staff and students of the district. This segment is brought to you by Great Lakes Furniture. Thank you, Great Lakes.
Our next
Thanks to
whistle
this
stop
segment's
takes you to the fine arts section of the new middle school and to both Gretschko and Scotch Elementary Schools. Hold on, here we go, and be sure to donate tonight to the WBF.
Got to.
Thanks to this segment's coach sponsor, Great Lakes Furniture Supply.
So this is the north side of the building. It is our fine arts wing. So we have our band, strings, theater, choir. We are in the room where the students will be playing their strings instruments. So we call it the Orchestra Room. If you look around, it actually looks a lot like the room next door, which is our band room. If you look up at the ceiling and at the walls, you see that our walls are bowed. We have acoustic paneling. All that is put in to enhance the richness of the music that's going to be made in here. But we have microphones coming from the ceiling. If you look into our practice rooms, we have 2 soundproof practice rooms where students can push a button and they can sound like they're in Carnegie Hall, or they can push a button and they can sound they're in a small auditorium. They can also record themselves playing. You look at around, we do not have a separate instrument room where we store our instruments. Our instruments are right in the room, so students have easy access to them.
Remember, what would be our first number if there's 10 people in our class? 10. 10. Get that 10 on that number rack. I like it. Vivian, how many do you have on the bottom row?
8, and I have 10 on the top.
10 on the top.
My name is
All right,
Jackie
she
Pace.
got
I'm a
10 on
first
the
grade
top.
teacher at Gretschko Elementary School. And the foundation helped me because we were in need of some math manipulatives to help our students. So we wanted to replace the number racks that we had with something that was durable, user-friendly, and engaging for our kids. So I wrote a grant for some new number racks for all of the first graders here at Gretschko. And we've got these fun little guys. They're super easy to use, and the kids get to use them to build some number sets. They use them for computation. They use them to just engage with some problem solving and make their math really concrete.
Hi, I'm Amber Jones. I'm a preschool teacher here in our GSRP program at Scotch.
My name is Claudia Rogers. I'm a school social worker at Scotch Elementary School.
So with my grant, I decided to get some manipulatives for the classroom. My kids were very interested in hands-on. I'm a very hands-on, loose parts type of teacher. So I figured getting a light table for the kids with different things they can use on it would be very beneficial, and it's been a major hit in our classroom. We got the light table and then some different manipulatives, a tray, some magnet tiles with alphabet letters and numbers on it so they can continue their math and literacy education too. So when I brought them into the classroom, they're like, what is this? What is this? They were so excited. Now they're 3 to 5 year olds. So we plugged it in. We told them the different rules because it is something that we want to be able to have for multiple years to come so many children can enjoy it. But we just put a few different manipulatives out of they really like. The magnet tiles on the table and building them up as high as they can. One day we had a group of children at the table and they laid out the magnet tiles and covered the whole table and then matched up the little colored chips to each of the magnet tiles, and they were looking through the lights and seeing how it went through all of it. And it's very engaging for them.
And then our grant is a sensory grant that I wrote with Helene Garber, our OT, our occupational therapist here at Scotch Elementary School. And we wrote a grant so that we could service general education students and our special education students in providing, calming activities as well as sensory input activities in an effort to kind of really kind of allow them to focus more completely in the classroom and really access, that like ready to learn student kind of behavior. We have used a couple of things. This past week, we really kind of drilled down on developing how our teachers are going to nominate or identify students, since we have opened it up to the general education population too. So we have documentation so that we can look at the data and how effective the sensory tools are. We've made different bins for like tactile sensory activities, as well as focus and exercise and kind of calming different areas within the classroom that the students can kind of move through before heading back to their classrooms.
Again, love to see those students enjoying school. Boy, I hope they have a nice principal's office here, because that's where I spent most of my time in middle school. Where are we headed next, Mike?
The next whistle stop, Jeffrey, is the new middle school courtyard and the Eye Center at the current WBMS.
It's amazing.
We will also be hearing from Michelle Berman from Scotch Elementary. Here we go, and don't hesitate. Go to the donate button on the WBEF website now or after the tour.
I say now.
Dining car sponsors for this segment include Puro Clean, Midas, Durham School Services, and MEMIC.
All right, great. We are back in the Eye Center. And Amy, what is behind us?
Behind us is one of our courtyards. We have 2 courtyards that surround our Eye Center. They're outdoor learning spaces that our students will be able to access at any time during the day. Behind us right here is our courtyard that's right outside of our gymnasium hallway. We have a lot of flexible seating out there so students can go out there and read, work on project with other students. That is right outside of our art rooms and our theater room. You'll notice in both spaces are some seating for students to be out there as spectators or performers or working collaboratively on lots of projects or anything that they just want to do.
So my name is Melissa Bridges, and I am the digital literacy specialist here at the middle school. I actually started off at Orchard Lake as the computer science teacher, and then I moved into this role where I split my time between the 2 buildings, and now I'm here full time. So I kind of help kids figure out how to integrate technology. I help teachers do the same thing. I love it. I have always worked in middle school. I love middle school kids. They just have this energy that you don't find other places. They are able to take ideas and take them a step further and actually put some thought process into it and really think and critically get behind it. It's a great process to be a part of. In our Eye Center, I'm really working on growing our makerspace. Makerspaces are a great way for kids to get their creativity out. They're really innovative. The kids do enjoy coming in and using the crafting materials. I'm really working on building some of our more high-tech items, and so the foundation was able to help with purchases of tablets for that. So the kids really do enjoy the 3D pens. It's kind of open creativity for them. Some of them do just the 2-dimensional designs, and then you have the kids come in and they build these wonderful 3-dimensional looking amazing things. We were able to get some Sphero bolt robots, and so with those, the kids right now are really enjoying. They can actually just drive them, but it does take it a step further, and there's a coding option when they're ready to move to that next level, and it's great. It's amazing to see them work through the process. A lot of times kids don't realize that failing is a part of life. People don't want to fail, and so with a makerspace, they realize, oh, it didn't work, so they get that taste of failure, but then they figure out, well, if I think about it, how can I make it work? So it's great to kind of see them use those critical thinking skills that are really important to try and work out what they're working on.
So right now we're in Drilling Thursday, which today's Thursday, so instead of going to our advisory, we'll go here. So it lets you create and use your imagination and mind to do things. So it's almost my dad's birthday, so I used a 3D printer here to make stuff for my dad, so it's pretty awesome.
I'm really hoping, especially going into the new building, we're trying to make kids think more critically, trying to bring in some more universal design learning, more problem-based learning. So I'm really hoping that that makerspace can kind of support what's going on in the new middle school and help everybody within the buildings. Thank you to the West Bloomfield Education Foundation for helping us make our makerspace what it is today.
My name is Michelle Berman. I'm a third grade teacher here at Scotch Elementary. And ever since the WBEF came into existence and allowed for grants, I've applied for a grant every year and been awarded one, luckily. I've had everything from plays to website subscriptions to books, and this year I was lucky enough to get a grant for diverse books in the classroom. And in addition to picture books, we have tons and tons of chapter books that the kids are really, really enjoying. When I opened up the books to be checked out, they couldn't get enough. They were like, can I check out one more? Can I check out one more? And these are the go-to books right now. These are the ones they're gravitating toward, more than the graphic novels, more than, you know, some of the more popular graphic novels, but these are the books they want. They're like, oh, this is, can I have this one? I want to learn about Korea. Or can I have this one? I want to learn about, you know, another place. So
those students are going to love that new courtyard. Nice, quiet place to chill out. And in Michigan, you will be chilling out.
Hey, Jeff, you ever hear of an auditoria?
I can honestly say no.
Well, the new middle school has one. Wait till you see it. It's a combination of a cafeteria and an auditorium. This is our next stop, along with a visit to 2 classrooms at Roosevelt Elementary. All aboard! And don't forget
be sure to donate tonight to the WBEF.
Sleeper car sponsors for this segment are the DM Burr Group, Clark Hill, Applied Imaging, TMP Architecture, NBS Commercial Interiors, and K Financial Corporation.
So welcome back, and we are joined by Jermaine Evans. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello, Jermaine Evans. I am the assistant principal here at West Bloomfield Middle School, and I am entering into my full first year.
We're glad to have him, and especially in this beautiful space called our auditoria. You're probably wondering, why do they call it an auditoria? Well, it's actually an auditorium and a cafeteria combined. But we started with auditoria because it is mainly a performance space when it's not being used for students to eat in the middle of the day. If you look around our space, you'll notice that it is tiered. So we have a top level, a middle level, and a bottom level down near the stage. And then when we want to have performances, we can quickly fold up those lightweight furniture tables and store them away and bring out our auditoria chairs. You'll also see that we have a snack booth for students. Around the exterior of all the tables will be bar stools and countertops for students to be able to eat at, or performances to be watched from there.
It is indeed a creative space for all of our West Bloomfield Middle School students to really engage creatively in the learning process.
Okay, I'm going to check you.
I'm Kim Larson. I teach kindergarten at Roosevelt Elementary. And behind us, you will see literacy centers. We're really focusing on phonics this year and working on sounds and building our words. We got awesome materials from the WB Foundation, and the kids are loving them. As you can see, it's very hands-on, it's very tactile, and this summer I participated in the phonics program, and they said that that was very important to have things in the kids' hands for them to build. So the grant gave us the money to purchase those things, and they get to work and work together and sound out the words, and so they're doing great. We've got kits to practice our letters that come with all sorts of things that start with the letter that we're working on, so they can hold it and touch it. And we also got these awesome bags that we love so much to keep all of our materials in. So the kindergarten team at Roosevelt is just very thankful to have this opportunity.
We just need to put the letters together, and that's not going, so yeah, we just need to do that.
So over here, the boys are working kind of like Legos, so they get to choose a snap word to read and then build it. So they are focusing on finding those letters that match the sounds to make the word. Over here, these boys are practicing their word endings. So we've been talking about word families and then making different words with the word families to practice rhyming. So they get to, write and read it. Over here, my friends have like little crayon boxes and crayons, and so they have a picture card and it shows them a picture. They have to figure out what that picture is, and then they get to spell the word. And on the back of the picture card is the correct spelling so that they can check it. And then my little friend Fizzy over there, she was working on touching the letters and saying the sounds, and then the word is spelled next to it and there's an arrow, so she gets to touch all the sounds and then say the word and find the matching picture. So it's really hands-on experience, which is very good for them. We are very thankful to you guys. Thank you, West Bloomfield Education Foundation, for helping us. And can I have Chase and Habib and Aiden and Tristan, can you guys come here? Aiden, why do you love our phonics stuff?
Because they're fun.
Because they're fun. I love it. Come here. Habib, why do you love our phonics stuff?
Because I like phonics stuff.
You love phonics. Okay. Chase, come here. Why do you love our phonics stuff?
Because I like reading.
You like reading? Oh, can you tell them thank you?
Thank you.
Come here, Tristan. Why do you love our phonics stuff?
Because it's fun.
It's fun. Can you tell them thank you?
Thank you.
Hello, WBEF. I just want to thank you so much. You have been one of the greatest supporters in my entire career, to be honest with you. I have received so many gracious grants from you that my students and I have benefited from electronics to engaging technologies when they were on the cutting edge and they weren't as commonplace as now. I got some Jeopardy ringers, some cool cameras. I got iPads in kids' hands that taught them editing and video software. And last year I received a grant for magazines because nonfiction reading is great, but as a grown-up, I read articles and I read magazines, and I was able to put those in hands of kids all last year and this year, and I'm sure in the future as well. So I just want to thank you for always supporting teachers, and me in particular, and my students. Thank you so much for all you do.
A visit to an art room and a gymnasium is next, plus drone footage of the outside athletic facilities, which I've been waiting for. Yep, I said drone footage. Pretty incredible.
And then you'll see and hear about the lacrosse programs at the high school and the middle school. All aboard, but not before we remind you to donate
to the WBEF. See the info on the bottom of your screen. Get it out.
Baggage car sponsors for this segment are Cochrane Foundation, Metro Electric, Berger, Gersey, and Leduc PLC, Executive Energy, Farm Bureau Insurance, Mathnasium, Michigan United Credit Union, Mesa, Spalding de Decker, Testing Engineers and Consultants Incorporated, IDS, and True Martial Arts.
Welcome back. Jermaine, where did you bring me?
Well, this is one of two wonderful art rooms. If you take notice, it is a very creative space with the lighting, starting off with the lighting, and then you look around and you look at the amount of power that is accessible in the room, as well as the storage and also your creative spaces where students can create their art pieces. In the back of the room, there are two kilns to be used for pottery creation here at West Bloomfield Middle School.
So we're very excited. So what I hear you saying is there's no limit to what our students will be able to create in this space.
Absolutely not. This is the creative space for West Bloomfield Middle School, and we are looking for wonderful creations coming from our students in the upcoming years.
I'm Lisa Graff. I'm the assistant principal at West Bloomfield Middle School, and we're here actually at Scotch Elementary School on their field with the high school lacrosse team. And the WBEF, which is an amazing organization, has helped us by giving us some grant money to encourage the middle school program to run. We've never had a middle school lacrosse program, and due to their wonderful support and the support also of Dick's and USA Lacrosse, we received 3 grants this year, which enabled us to get sticks and balls and nets and And we're running some programming inside the school at West Bloomfield Middle School, as well as some free after-school activities. Congratulations, our beautiful new West Bloomfield Middle School. We're all very, very excited to be there. And even if these kids aren't going there, they'll be excited. And our new lacrosse kids at the middle school are very excited about using the field, and the football field is absolutely amazing. So thank you.
Whoa, our railroad trip is almost over. This next to last stop is a tour of one of the hallmarks of the new middle school, the Learning Pods.
Hear what the West Bloomfield Middle School principal and assistant principals have to say about this area, and also watch what the WBEF has helped create at Chico Elementary. All aboard! Oops, almost forgot.
Donating to the WBEF tonight is easy.
Just hit that
the button at the WBEF homepage.
We are in the heart of one of our collaboration spaces. This is our blue upper house. If you look around, you'll notice that we have 8 classroom spaces. And we also have in every house a common conference room for students to collaborate in. All of our classrooms have garage doors that actually open and close depending on whether or not the teachers want to open their space for students to be able to work together in this collaboration space.
So in this space, you have to give attention to the amount of creativity for students to use to collaborate. In the event students want to leave their classrooms and consult and collaborate with other classes, you have this enormous space to do so.
It's light and it's open, and there's just no bad view. No bad view. It's just a beautiful place to be able to work.
I think another exciting piece about this is that all of our furniture is very flexible. So students can sit in comfy chairs if they want to read. They can sit in stools if they're working collaboratively with their partner. They can sit in furniture that they can move so that they can do their learning the best way they learn.
Hi, guys. Hi, Noah. How much do I owe you? Oh, thank you. Noah, how much do I owe you? Oh, look. What's the number on here? What number? Is that enough? Awesome. Wow, thank you.
All right, so I am Christina Tarnacki. I teach grades 3-5 in the ASD program at Chico.
And I'm Emily Glaser. I teach grades 3-5, and I'm the CI teacher at Chico.
That is a functional skill, life skill project or task really to incorporate real-time learning for the students that I service. Looking at communication, reciprocity, social interaction, following directions, counting money, taking turns,
Yep.
sharing, a whole host
Social
of
skills.
Yeah, a whole host of great things.
Right now we're just doing teachers and staff members, but the kids seem super interested. I know I had kids last week stop me in the hall being like, when can I buy them? Like, I want to, that looks like good snacks. So we're just testing it out with the staff right now, but we'll be moving to students in the future.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what time is it?
It's raffle time.
But before we pick the winning raffle ticket, we get to award a $750 grant to the school that sold the most tickets. That school with the most tickets sold is West Bloomfield High School.
Congrats to you.
Yes, indeed. We are happy to report that we sold $10,080 worth of tickets to the 50-50 raffle. Sharing the profits from that with the WBEF means the lucky winner will get, let me figure that out, $41.92. That's right, $4,192.
Before taxes.
That's right. Now, here we go. Jeffrey, you spin the drum.
All right. Oh.
Come on, drum, stop. While we're young. Hey, while we're young.
Whoa, what kind of joint is this?
All right, here we go. There's something on the side. We can open it up.
You having trouble?
Yeah.
Nobody wins. Thank you for.
It all goes to me. Where am I going?
He wanted to do it.
I know. Go ahead. Try to do it, smart
All right.
guy.
Woo. We have one of the kids from the high school tell us how to do this.
This will be edited out, right?
All right,
Just
that
live.
ticket over there, he won.
Yeah, it's not us. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Kudos. Stay away from my car. Thank you.
And the winner is Gymnasium. No. Diane Blackburn.
Oh, Diane.
Congratulations, Diane. Your phone number is
248.
We'd like to thank all of you for tuning in tonight and encourage you to watch as we end the show with a drone shot of the outside of the middle school while our high school band plays.
Also, we have a myriad of people to thank for this amazing production, so be sure to check out the credits. Special thanks, one of my personal favorites of all time, West Bloomfield teachers, Kevin Walsh, retired WBSH radio and TV broadcasting teacher, and
Jennifer Williamson, current WBHS radio and TV broadcasting teacher, and her students for filming, editing, and producing the All Aboard tour. It could never have happened without them.
please consider donating to WBEF. All the classroom clips tonight were financed by this organization. They do
Great work. Thank you all. Good night.
Good night.